Soaring high above the Willamette River. And we've got time for a quick pregame.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Ibaka. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the two spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Lillard, just 5 on the clock. Over Beverley, and they will call over the back on the play. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Stolen by Beverley. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum.
Always applying the pressure. Beverley loves to attack you defensively and in transition.
Lillard against Beverley. Puts one up from 19. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George looking over the floor. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Covington's shot is off. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And George gets it to go.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside, Covington. Clock at 6. Inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. George dishes to Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Over George. McCollum, no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Pass to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now, here is Morris. Now, here is George. Nobody near Leonard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's Simons. The Clippers getting the bucket to end the run. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And here are the Clippers now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. George has got 8 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Leonard against Anthony. Outside Collins. Outside Anthony. Shoots over Leonard. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And he recovers it. Second shot opportunity. Anthony with the defensive effort.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And here's Leonard from 3. Cans it from downtown. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty long. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but deep.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Pass to Kennard. And it's Zubats atop the key. It's picked off.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Unloads from 13. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Anthony finds Powell. To the inside, Collins. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Collins has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Trailblazers. And here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Powell, the pass to Simons. This one for 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Simons. There's the pass to Carmelo. Misses from close range.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Simons surveying the D. Tries again. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 7 on the bucket from Enes Kanter.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Right side Jackson. Takes it off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 9. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Clock is at 3. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The 7-foot wingspan of Reggie Jackson makes him a bigger player inside, helps him draw fouls.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. McCollum no good. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. George against McCollum. Goes up at the stripe. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, George. Passes it to Ibaka. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Good if it goes. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
An incredible.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 10 points, 3 assists. And that should do it with the second half about to be.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. Lillard misses.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
From deep, George. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. From deep. It's hauled in by George.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The pass to Beverley. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To stop the run. In deep. Lillard drops it in. Lillard's got 8.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Lillard attacking. Yep, it counts. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now Beverly. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Outside for George. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 16. Outside Leonard to the middle. Morris passes to George. 11 feet out and he hits it.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Covington kicks to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Covington. It's stolen by Morris. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Lets it go from deep. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. There's 53 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
For Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And he knocks down the first one.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
And so here's Portland. Outside Collins. Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The shot by Anthony, no good. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
Down low, here's Collins. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Collins has got 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Jackson with it. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Anthony is out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Zubac finds Jackson. Kennard on the wing. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Anthony dishes to Kanter. Out to Anthony. The tray. Drops in the tray.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Outside Jackson. Here's Kennard. A step-back shot here. Again, Los Angeles.
Luke Kennard gets the ball off quickly, and the mechanics are consistent.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Jackson passes to Kennard. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 17. Powell, no one around him. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Kennard with the ball. Kanter covering. Patterson, and the layup's good off the glass.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Here's Simons. Now the pass to Powell. Collins with it. Patterson defending. To the paint. A nice shot by Simons.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson is doubled. He's looking for Patterson and finds him. Kennard for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Kanter, the pass to Collins. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard against Jones. Outside Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. Lillard with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Covington. He dishes it to Nurkic. Fires from the wing. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Trailblazers foul.
The first free throw is good.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland, trailing by 19. And that one's good. Lillard.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Outside for George. They grab their own miss. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Yes, that goes in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Who's got Lillard?
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Here now, the Clippers. They have a 19-point lead. George against McCollum. George with the bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. From 2K Sports.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward. And for the Mavericks, they've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Doncic. Passes to Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Covington. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide-open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Cullen passes to Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Doncic with it. Lets the 3 fly, and it's rebounded by Covington.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the basket by McCollum.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
McCollum against Richardson. Doncic outside. Back to Richardson. And McCollum with the block. Here's Lillard. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor and then instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here's Doncic. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by Nurkic.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Covington. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. It's deflected. The pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Over Richardson. Lillard, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Doncic. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Lillard with it, out guarded by Porzingis, and Lillard gets it to go.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 7. Doncic looking it over. It's Richardson on the wing. Doncic against Lillard. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard. 8 points for him. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Shot on the wing. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Doncic with the steal. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Trailblazers leading by 5. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Nobody near Lillard. Offline with his 3. The Mavericks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Redick dishes to Burke. Back to Redick. Takes the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, I tell you what, energy and activity from Hardaway Jr. there, showing you exactly what it takes to keep plays alive.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. Foul for 3. You can't get that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Hardaway, no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's a hand on it. Powell pulls it in, and Enes Kanter picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Dallas has gone 1-2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Burke, no luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. No one near him. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kanter. They get it back. Here's Simons. He kicks to Powell. Lobs it up for Kanter. Powell with the steal. Outside, Redick. Pass to Marjanovic. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's Powell. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Powell's got his first points in this one.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
Pass to Marjanovic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Marjanovic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Anthony. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishing.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Burke can't get it to go.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic, and it's Simons missing. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Powell. And the shot is long.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
56 seconds left in the second quarter. Porzingis with the steal. Cauley Stein dishes to Richardson. Here's Anthony. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now, here's Doncic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Clock at 6. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Porzingis over Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good positioning, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, he was the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Lillard outside. And he hits the buzzer beater. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Cauley Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Takes the 13-footer and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
And both free throws good for Covington. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Doncic against Nurkic, and Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Doncic against Lillard. And the dunk by Doncic.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Kept alive. Covington kicks to Lillard. Now McCollum, 5 points in the game. Richardson outside to the middle. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Taken away by Anthony. Shoots from the corner. The feed to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Shoots over Burke. Shot's good by Anthony. Anthony's got it all tied up now for Portland.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Burke. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Burke's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas. Here's Simons. Burke covering. Powell for 3. Powell pulls it in.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
The Mavericks have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight.
Well, one of the things I really like about Dwight Powell is that he doesn't play outside of himself. He plays to his strengths.
And here is Powell. 6 points for him. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And the wide open shot from Redick. Gets an open look and hits.
Tell you what, guys, the aggressiveness on defense just hasn't been there this half. Not like it was in the first.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. Powell with the steal. Now here's Cauley Stein. Up in time. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1.
Boy, Hollis Jefferson, a terrific athlete who actually thrives in transition.
Outside for Redick. The pass to Powell. Right block shot. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Simons surveying the D. Redick with the 3. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And now it's a 9-point Dallas lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Dallas leading by 9. On the wing, Hardaway. Hollis Jefferson with it. Hardaway picks him up. The high post shot. Hollis Jefferson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson.
Well, you talk about defensive potential, all defense potential. Look no further than Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. McCollum finds Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Jones drives in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off the left rim and out. Mavericks leading by 7. It's Richardson on the wing. Another 3 for Dallas.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Doncic against Lillard. With the teardrop. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum against Richardson.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The open shot, Lillard, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Richardson gets a wide open look. Off target from outside. The Trailblazers on offense. McCollum kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. From deep three-point range. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to play.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers. And
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now here's Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Doncic. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's George. The Mavericks pull it in. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Here are the Mavericks now.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Yeah, Patrick Beverley making it easy for his teammate to score.
On deep. Here's Cauley-Stein. Right side Porzingis. Second chance shot. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Leonard hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the basket is good, and he's got it. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got his 2nd basket.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now here's George. Here's Ibaka. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Cauley-Stein in the post. Defended by Ibaka. There's Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Very tough to affect the shot of Porzingis without leaving your feet. And KP, because of that, has the ability to keep them off balance.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Outside, George. from downtown, and another three for the Clippers. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Burke looking over the floor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
52 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Burke. Dallas no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 6. Pass to Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Shoots from 8. And too long on the shot. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Burke with it. To the right side. 17-foot shot on the way. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
You know, this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Here's Doncic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 6 points.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and he makes that one. Kennard's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Clippers leading by 14. Now Jackson. He has 6. Kennard on the wing. Back to Jackson. There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Dallas again missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Doncic, no good. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And there's the pass to Kennard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Kennard's got 5 now.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Clippers leading by 19. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Doncic against Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And here is Doncic. He's got 9. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Doncic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Pass to Zubac. 1:16 left to play in the first half. 6 to shoot. Here's Kennard inside. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Doncic missing. Los Angeles has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. 8 points for him.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
That doesn't go either for Doncic. Clippers leading by 20. Kennard for 3. Outside for Batum. It's good from long range. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Cousins, no one around him, and it's off from three-point range. And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And now the Clippers on the break. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. And that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but The one difference was, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Here's George. 6 points for him. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 9.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Now, here's Doncic. 14 points for him. George with the ball. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Dishes it to Leonard. Fader on the way. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
From deep three-point range. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now Leonard. He kicks to Beverly. Outside, George lets it go with the tip. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
George against Richardson. Morris dishes to Beverly. And the shot goes down.
There's a rhythm with which Paul George plays the game of basketball. That pace is so important.
Powell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Ibaka outside. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now Powell really using that length of his to draw fouls. Great anticipation from the young big.
The Mavericks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Right side, Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Leonard's got 6.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch-and-shoot game is on point.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And George kicks to Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
Passes it to Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. The long-distance three is buried. Doncic has got 19 points. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka. That shot is off.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought, sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And so it's Los Angeles. in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a...
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Jackson looking it over. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Floats it up for Cousins. It's not going to go for him. Mavericks trailed by 21. One-on-one fast break. Pass to Finney-Smith. Hardaway for three. The Mavericks rebound. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And here's Kennard. Outside Jackson. Up top, Cousins. That three off the mark.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Here's Jackson. Porzingis with the block. And here they come. Hardaway with a wide open look. Batum grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 17. And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies, my goodness.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Outside Hardaway. Out to Porzingis. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Well, that's where Porzingis loves to operate. That jump shot has become a signature weapon, gentlemen.
Outside Jackson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 17, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. The three for Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The three from Leonard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Anytime your guards can contribute on the backboards, it elevates your team. Nice board by Patrick.
Doncic kicks to Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free, and Doncic gets it to go.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. Here's George. The shot comes out. Nice D from Doncic.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Clippers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Paul George.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
A 3-ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Porzingis can't hit. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 14. He feeds it to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Everly for three. Offensive rebound. That shot off. Leonard against Porzingis. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it out. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
you